Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with another speed build for you guys, and this is actually a build that's going to be part of my save file, and today we're building in Oasis Springs. This is actually one of my favorite worlds. I've mentioned it before. The desert worlds in general, I really like them. So Strangerville and Oasis Springs are actually some of my favorite worlds. And I think in this world in particular, you can do many things. There's like a lot of different styles that you can try and accomplish. And I don't know, I just wanted to divide this world into 4 different building styles, to call it somehow. So we know that the game already has different neighborhoods, but I decided to just divide even those neighborhoods into different building aesthetics. So yeah, this is a world that I actually planned the most out of all the worlds from my save file, because you can do many things in here. Also Newcrest, but Oasis Springs was actually a world that I was really excited to start building on, and maybe this will be like the first world that I could release from the save file and to share with you guys, so if you want to download it and play with it. But we still have a long way to go, so please don't take my word on that. But I'm doing my best to release this world as soon as possible, because I would really love to start with this world. And yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be part of my save file. This is for a family of 3 Sims. And I decided to build this modern house that I took the inspiration from a picture that I saw on Pinterest. So if I find the picture, I'm gonna put it on the screen. But I almost never remember to add the picture. I do the voiceover, I say I'm gonna find the picture, and then even though I do have it, because I do pin every picture that I take as an inspiration on my Pinterest, but for some reason I just always forget to add it to the video once I say it. So yeah, once again, don't take my word on that, but I will do my best. And yeah, this is a modern house because this area of the map is actually where some modern builds are going to go. So this is the area that's really close to the Landgraf's house, and I decided to divide this kind of street part of the map. This is the bottom right corner of the map, into 2 different neighborhoods or something like that. So this part of the street is going to be a modern area, so there's a lot of modern houses and modern builds. And the way, like the area that is across from this, like across the street from this, is going to be Moroccan inspired. So you may have seen a Moroccan build in the background in one of the camera movements and stuff like that, but that's another build that I already shared on YouTube a long time ago. So yeah, I still have to finish some of these neighborhoods. And also there's going to be a lot of mid-century modern and also Mediterranean builds in this world. The Mediterranean builds are the ones that are going to be in the upper left corner of the map, so where we already have some Mediterranean houses. And the mid-century modern are going to be in the bottom left corner of the map, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there's a lot of styles going on in here, and this house in particular really caught my attention because I wanted to do things a little bit different. So you see that I added some cacti on that upper part of the build. That's something that I haven't done before, and that's something that I really didn't know what to do with that area, so I decided to add those in there, and I think they end up looking really cool. I have to remember to do things like this more often. But right now, you see me creating this kind of ceiling situation in here with this plank from Spade. And the original idea that I had was to keep this as the ceiling, like as the roof actually, and open up the ceiling so there will be like taller walls, and the light that comes from the windows that I added, like these tiny windows that I added on the top of the build, they would the light would come through that, and we will have like more light coming into inside the build. But when I tried to do that, it looked really weird, and I tried different techniques and I tried different things, so I ended up keeping it like this and not having like the open ceiling that I wanted to have, but it ends up looking really nice anyway. So I'm really proud of how I managed to do that. Also, some planter boxes in here, so you have some Joshua trees in here, some cactus as well. And yeah, I wanted to keep the landscaping really minimalistic because it's a desert world, and this is the desert area of the desert world. So I was thinking that maybe we didn't have that many plants that could actually survive in this environment. So that's why I like to have like really minimalistic landscaping when it comes to to Oasis Springs. I'm sorry. And yeah, we're moving to the interior now. So this interior is really modern as well. I wanted it to be a little bit minimalistic, but still cluttered. Also, we're starting with the kitchen, and the kitchen is a sunken kitchen because of the window that I have added on the left side of the kitchen. So that really big window that I'm pretty sure comes with maybe Get Famous. I could be mistaken. I actually don't remember. I'm just guessing here, but yeah, I wanted to keep that window because it looks really cool from the outside. So that's why there's a sunken kitchen. So there's a lot of space for cabinets and stuff like that. And I struggled a little bit trying to find out the perfect amount of cabinets, if I wanted them to be really high up or if I wanted them to be lower in the walls. But yeah, I kept them really high up. Even though it's not that realistic, I would need like, I don't know, a ladder to get to the very top of the counter of the cabinet. But they look really nice, and I really wanted to keep these windows. So yeah, gameplay is not going to be affected by that. And also, your Sims don't grab anything from the counter, from the cabinet, so that's not a big deal. It's just really nice to see. And yeah, the kitchen, I think, is the most cluttered part of this house besides the kids' room, because I always like to have a lot of things going on in the kids' rooms as well. But the kitchen for me is really important, that is really cluttered, that you have a lot of things to do. So there's a lot of counter space. There's a lot of different things for your Sims to do. And I really liked it, even though it's a little bit closed up, but having the half wall in there, it just connects a little bit more, like the kitchen with the living dining space. And that's something that I really like to do, because sometimes it's cool to have like a little bit more of a closed up kitchen. And if I always decorate open floor plans with the kitchen right next to everything and stuff like that, it just gets a little bit more repetitive. So I wanted to do something a little bit different in here. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with the end result. And I used this item from the Decor to the Max kit. I know it's a really controversial item. Not many people like it, but that void wall decor thing that we have is definitely one of my favorite items from that kit. And if I ever get the chance to use it, I'm definitely gonna be using it because I love it so much. I think it's a really cool item. So if you don't like it, you can get rid of it. But yeah, you won't see it when you're playing, like in your gameplay. You won't see it because it's in a wall that's gonna be cut if you play in the cutaway mode. So yeah, it just disappears. But I just loved it so much. So I really wanted to use it. And weirdly, we're moving into the bathroom now because I just wanted to get rid of the bathroom as soon as possible. I actually don't do that much in here, but I wanted to just get out of this and just have more time later to decorate the bedrooms and have more fun with them. Because bathrooms for me are not like my favorite rooms in a house to decorate. Even though I really try to do things differently, I really try to branch out and have more like different aesthetics and decorations and shapes and forms and stuff in the bathrooms, I always end up having like the same kind of bathroom. And I think that's something that happens quite a lot, because when I build rooms, like just like standalone rooms to call it somehow, I can just work with any shape that I want. And that's why I create bathrooms that are really different from the ones that you see in my speed builds. But when I have to work with a floor plan, it's kind of hard for me to create like a different shape of a bathroom. I think it's not realistic. And yeah, that's why my bathrooms are pretty much always the same. But I'm definitely doing my best to improve it, and trying to have a little bit more fun decorating bathrooms. I haven't talked about that in a while, actually. But yeah, well, we're in the living room now, and this area actually changes a little bit, like way in the future. It's gonna change a little bit, not that much, but it's gonna change, because I wasn't considering originally having a desk and a computer in here. I thought that maybe I would fit one in one of the bedrooms, but I didn't, so I ended up rearranging some things in here just to add a desk and a computer, so it would be like a more playable house for you guys, because in The Sims we always need to have a computer. It's really important for many different things, so yeah, I just had to add one in here. And I didn't want to add like a laptop or something like that, because I didn't have a specific family in mind. I just decorated a house with different with just like the modern aesthetic going on. So yeah, I don't know what the Sims that live here would do for a living, and what if they need a computer, or if they need a laptop, or if they don't need anything at all. But yeah, they do have a child, and that child maybe can actually use the computer to do different things as well. And yeah, it's realistic. I really like to have computers in The Sims. But yeah, we're moving to the dining room. I'm using this table that I'm pretty sure comes with the oh, what's the name? The fitness stuff pack, probably. I don't remember, but it's one of my favorite tables. I really like the shape of the legs of the table. It's really cool. So yeah, I paired it with those chairs from Lovestruck. And in real life, I don't like glass surfaces. I find them really annoying. And they're definitely not my favorites, because everything that you put on top of them makes a noise. It sounds like that click sound that it makes when you put anything on top of them. I find it so annoying. So in real life, I would never have a glass surface in any kind of table or anything. But in The Sims, they look really cool, so I really like to add them from time to time. Also, realistically speaking, keeping a glass surface clean is so hard. And I hate that so much. So yeah, that's why I don't have them in real life. But in The Sims is like the chance that I have to just pretend that I like glass surfaces. So you see me adding them from time to time. But if you pay attention to my builds in general, I don't usually use them. I usually go for the wooden surfaces and stuff like that. And that's something that it's kind of imprinted in my brain or something. It's just something that I need to do. But yeah, from time to time, it's nice to make a change and to do something different. And also that glass table actually looks really modern and sophisticated in this build. So yeah, it was the chance to do that. What else? I was gonna talk a little bit about something else. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. But we're moving into the main bedroom now. It's a pretty simple bedroom. I use this bed from the Modern Luxe kit. I really like this bedroom, like this bed, and paired it with the oh my god, what are these? With the bedside tables from Lovestruck. They look so cool. So yeah, those are one of my favorite bedside tables right now. I find them so beautiful. I love the colors that they come with, and like the shape, and it's a square but has rounded corners, and oh my god, I don't know, it's beautiful. I really like it. So yeah, right now I decided to add a TV in here, because for me, at least in real life, it's really important to have a TV in your bedroom. Like in Chile in particular, we have TVs everywhere. Like in every single room in your house, you need to have a TV. Otherwise, you're not Chilean enough. So you have TVs in your bedroom. Like every bedroom has a TV. You can have a TV in the kitchen, you can have a TV in the living room, you can have a TV in the dining room as well. Like you need to have a TV. Like we're a society that actually uses a TV quite a lot. So that's why I always add TVs in, like not always, like in The Sims I kind of tried not to add TVs to every single room, even though for me it's realistic and it looks really nice in my opinion. But yeah, in this case I decided to add a TV in the main bedroom, but not in the kids room. The kids room actually was My original idea was to have a rodent in here, because from time to time I have to remember to use the rodents from my first pet stuff. And it's weird that sometimes I forget about them, because from almost 20 years of my life, my pets were only rodents. So I would have gerbil, and then I would have hamsters as well sometimes. I don't like hamsters that much. They're too fragile for me. But having gerbils, it was like something so important for me. And like 2 or 3 years ago, I had my last rodent that actually was a guinea pig, and she died from old age like 3 years ago. So for more than half of my life, I actually had rodents, and I don't know why I always forget to add them in The Sims. I think they're really cool. So for this bedroom, I decided to add a hedgehog, and I've never had a hedgehog in real life. I did have to pet sit a hedgehog once, and that was interesting. So yeah, I had to pet sit one of them, and for like a week or so, and it was cool, but I never got one for myself. So yeah, I thought that this sim would actually enjoy to have one, and they actually have some cool gameplay, so I decided to keep them, to have that, instead of having a cat or a dog, because I always go for cats and dogs, but I always forget to add rodents and stuff like that. And yeah, you see me here that we're changing this space to add the desk that I mentioned before. And I use this desk from Lovestruck that I actually really like. The texture is a little bit weird in the drawers, but I like it a lot as well. And yeah, we're moving to the backyard now. And for this part, I struggled a little bit because I wanted to kind of mimic a little bit of the front area of this build. So having like the same aesthetic. Sometimes I don't create like backyards in the same aesthetic as the front of the builds, and that's a little bit weird. But for this one, I wanted to have something similar to what you have in the front, because there's not that much going on in the front of the build, but there's a lot going on in the back. So there's gonna be a pool, there's gonna be a grill, there's gonna be a table and chairs, and I'm pretty sure I added some. No, I didn't add any toys or anything like that. But this thing with this item, like this beam or whatever this is that we got with Lovestruck or for rent, one of those packs, I don't remember which one, but this item is really cool. So I decided to replicate this kind of roofing situation. I don't know, I don't remember the name of this, of what I'm doing right now. My head is all over the place. We're actually 5 days away probably from having our baby, and today I decided to like reorganize everything. So I added like I bought a basket for his toys, and I was like making sure that everything fits, and we were like selecting all the clothes and stuff that we were going to take to the hospital as well. And yeah, it's been a long day. So my head is kind of all over the place. Also, it's almost 8 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm doing this voiceover, and I'm tired. So yeah. I'm gonna be doing my best to have as much content as possible, like pre-recorded and pre-uploaded to YouTube for next week, because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to do anything next week. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because the next part of my life is going to be chaotic, to call it somehow, and I really would love your support and your understanding, because it's gonna be difficult. I'm pretty sure in a nice way it's gonna be difficult, but it's kind of a new era for me. And yeah, even though I did my best to have a lot of builds and stuff pre-recorded, I went crazy uploading videos in the last couple of weeks, so that didn't work the way that I was expecting it to work. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to start building more. Also, I actually have The Sims 1 again. I was so happy when I got it, And when I played The Sims 1, I was 9 years old. So I started playing The Sims way back in 2000 with The Sims 1. And I never tried to build something better than a box with a lot of windows and the most expensive items from The Sims 1. And right now I'm trying to just learn and start building nicer things in The Sims 1. And that takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of effort, because it's so hard to build in The Sims 1. But I did record myself building something that I'm really embarrassed of, because it's definitely not something that is, I don't know, it's not something that I would build in The Sims 4. It's really basic, and yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna comment on this, but I did have a poll on my Instagram and also here on the community tab asking you guys if you'd like me to share this speed build that I did. It's a 5-minute speed build. There's not that much going on, even though I sped it up so much, because it took me like 45 minutes to build that thing, and it ends up being like a 5-minute speed build. So I don't know if you guys would like to see what I did. If you would like to see Sims 1 content, I won't promise that I'm gonna make like a whole different playlist about The Sims 1. Maybe from time to time, just to change a little bit of the content and stuff like that. But I will do that only if you guys like it, if you want me to do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be playing The Sims 1 just for myself. And also I do want to install The Sims 2 as well, because that's another Sims version that I've never tried to build on, and also that I never owned, because both The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 I had to go to different people's houses to play when I was a kid. The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 I owned them, so yeah, I didn't have enough chances to learn how to build and stuff like that. But if you like the idea, I could actually upload that speed build for you guys. As I told you, it's just a 5-minute video, it's not that much, and you can laugh about it a little bit if you want, because I would definitely laugh if I saw that. I mean, I laughed when I recorded it, and I couldn't believe I built it, but I was so proud of it, because I definitely would have never thought that I could actually build something in The Sims 1. I mean, it's so hard. It's definitely not a builder's game. It's more of a gameplay kind of game. And yeah, also the camera movement and the screenshots that I cannot take, and I cannot do cinematics at the beginning and stuff like that. It's just crazy. It's a really messy video. But if you want to watch it, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it, because it depends. If you guys like the idea, I will upload it. So let me know what you guys think of that. But yeah, we're actually creating here like a kind of parking situation for a car. So I'm gonna be adding a car in here, and I decided to use these items again that I remember. I don't remember the name of, but yeah, I just created like a pergola situation, something like that, to have something a little bit more different, but still really relatable to the build. And I ended up really liking it. And I know it's a little bit longer, like there are 2 or 3 beams that shouldn't be there, and I get rid of them before I take the screenshot, so don't worry about that. But yeah, this is where the car should go, and I'm not gonna be doing that much in this area of the front. It's just like for you to do whatever you want, but I will be adding a ceiling fan in here. I don't know if that would actually do anything for like your Sims to feel less hot in the summer or during a heat wave or something, but I decided to add a fan, and I don't know, it's something different. I never add fans in the exterior. I don't know if that makes sense in any shape or form. So like, yeah, realistically speaking, I don't know if that makes sense, but I thought it was like a cool idea to have like a ceiling fan in here if your Sims decide to just spend some time outside. But yeah, we're actually heading to the end of the video now, so I hope you guys like it. And if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.